Hey guys, sorry about that. We're back, and I don't know. Okay, so
Cool.
we are here. I'm here with Ben
Hey, guys.
Richardson, who is going to be the director for the film. I just did a update on the film on our Kickstarter only. So if you're a Kickstarter supporter, then you probably already saw that. If you didn't, go over there, check that out. And this is our Q&A before I leave Los Angeles. I flew out here to meet with the film crew,
Yeah.
and we've been doing that for the last week.
Yeah, every day. Every day is a new head of department, somebody else different. It's been a great time. Today we just met with our some of our production team, our AD and our UPM. A lot of logistics that go into doing a shoot, so we have to start figuring all that out. We only have, less than a year to go. So
We're still thinking about shooting this, projected in like September, October. So it's still going to be that fall time.
absolutely.
Um,
And still gonna be in upstate New York.
Upstate New York,
Yeah.
that's the other. There's a bunch of changes, and kind of already go over that in the Kickstarter update. But we're here to do a Q&A. So if anybody has any questions on the film, this is where to ask them. I know it's been a while since we talked on the channel about anything. So, and if you didn't see the Kickstarter update, you're probably really confused maybe of what's going on. But that's what we're here to do. It's been raining every day here in California.
Every day it's pouring rain and cold. So much for Southern California.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I like the idea of shooting in New York too. Ben is actually from
Yeah.
upstate. He's from Syracuse as well, and he lives out here in Los Angeles. It's kind of crazy how we connected there.
Mhm.
He's my brother-in-law's best friend since
Yeah.
like kindergarten.
Yeah,
Crazy.
go way back. So yeah, I'm from upstate New York, and I'm very excited to shoot there. I can't wait to shoot it there. It's so beautiful there in the fall, and there's a lot of filmmaking infrastructure in upstate New York now too, particularly in Syracuse. So I'm excited to be able to bring the production back from LA to New York. That'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome. And can you guys hear us okay? Is everything, we're on a different internet connection here, and we're streaming this through the phone, so I just want to make sure everybody can hear. And all right, that sounds good. This will be a serious horror series. It's not your average slasher hacker. It's got substance to it. It's got a story to it.
Yeah,
I like
there's-
what he said. What Ben said to me. He said, "This isn't a zombie movie. This is a movie. It's a people movie. It's a movie about people that happen to have zombies in it." So
Yeah, yeah. And I think a great reference is actually A Quiet Place, for a film, because that film, at least for me, it had all the action and the drama and the horror that you can expect. It was truly scary, but also every once in a while it had a little bit of fun. It was really the full ride.
And
It was a really cinematic experience.
the scenery as well in A
Oh,
Quiet
yeah.
Place. Now I wrote this a lot longer than A Quiet Place came out, but the scenery is almost identical to what I have in mind. Actually, A Quiet Place was filmed about an hour from where we're from in
Yeah.
Syracuse, so right in the same area. Okay, so some of the big changes. Obviously, I'm with Ben right now. Brooklyn and I cut ties. Brooklyn's the scheduling. She's got a lot of things going on herself, so we couldn't make that happen. And so I'm with Ben now. The other thing is what we've decided to do, to be able to do, since we weren't able to secure the full funding for a feature movie, which we got the funding for the Kickstarter, but that was only a small part of it. And movies cost a lot of money. So what we're doing is we're making like a kick-ass quality proof of concept, a pilot for a series that could be picked up by a TV series, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
Yeah.
We're pitching it everywhere.
Which is what you always wanted to do
Exactly.
to begin with, right?
So the movie, I originally wanted the movie to end up into a series of sorts. I think that would have been a lot cooler than doing like a second movie or anything. But now, a series, we're going to bring you, 10 episodes to watch? We're going to
Yeah, I mean, like,
develop
and
each character.
hopefully even more later on. It gives us a chance to really explore the world that you created and the characters that you set up. We get to dive deeper into all of these people and the world that they live in, and the world of the vegan zombie. Our main character Harley. So it's really a win-win situation because yeah, movies cost a lot of money to do it right, you know, and if you weren't able to secure all of that funding for a huge film like that, you have to look at the resources that you have and think like, what can we do and make amazing for what we have? And we figured that out, you know, and one of the things that we had to do was cut down the amount of time, but it worked out really well because a pilot for a TV series opens up all the stories that we can tell for all your characters. So I'm really excited about that too.
Yes. When did we decide to do a movie? So I decided to do a movie the day I thought up the concept of the Vegan Zombie. About 10 years ago, I wrote the script, and it's been a work in progress ever since. We're finally able to make this a reality, and the proof of concept, the kick-ass 22-minute pilot,
Yeah.
is going to be quality, action-packed.
And full of story too. Like it's a human story. It's this, you know, it's not just zombies attacking people. It's how these humans
Believe me,
interact with each other.
it brings you right in from
Yeah.
the second it starts, and that's what we want. And we want people to say, "I need more of this," and
Yeah.
that's how we're going to pitch this idea to get this turned into a full-fledged series that could be the beginning of something big. Vegan has never been more relevant than it is today. It's only getting more popular, and we're doing this in the genre of zombies, action packed. What was the other question here? Oh, somebody said, "Who is this guy?" So if you're just joining us, this is Ben Richardson.
Yeah.
He is the new director, a co-director. I guess I'm co-directing of the Vegan Zombie. So we went from the Vegan Zombie to A44, and we realized that we wanted to go back with the Vegan Zombie, but we have a new name for this, and we're in the process of
Yeah, we're testing the
finalizing it.
waters. We're ironing it out, you know, because it's bigger. You know, you have to be able to capture the idea of a series and apply a lot of these different names. Like for instance, the A44 is the perfect name title for our finale in the series. You know, as we make it there. But so we got to figure out that name. I think we're pretty close. You know, so we'll have an update.
Yeah,
pretty soon.
A44 is still going to be relevant to the series, but I don't think we're going with the name A44 any longer. But we do have a really interesting name, and I think it's going to work, and I'm excited to reveal that soon. But I can't say it right now, but
Yeah.
soon. I hope Piers Morgan is in it as a zombie. Wouldn't that be great? A more serious question. What's going to happen with the prizes? Okay, so the prizes, you mean the perks from the Kickstarter. So
Well, they're asking if a series doesn't happen. We are making a pilot. That's happening.
we're making the pilot. So we will, everything will still be as it is. Like the t-shirts will still roll out as the t-shirt. It just will be, it won't say 44. It'll probably say the new name of the movie or just the Vegan Zombie. Your tickets for the premiere. I know it's not going to be a movie, but it will be. They will still work for the pilot.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, everything else is just the same as it was before. It's just going to be a pilot instead of a feature movie.
And we'll have a great premiere party. We're gonna
Yeah.
have it in Syracuse too, right?
Well,
there?
I think we
Syracuse?
should do it in Syracuse.
Yeah.
We should have something of the sorts in
Yeah.
Syracuse, and then maybe a proper one out here.
Yeah, we should
something
do two.
like that.
Do two separate parties.
Will the names be listed in the pilot or towards the
Credits
end
of the first pilot.
credits? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, names will be listed in the credits of the first pilot.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
more doable, and with the budget we have, it's more like we were reaching in the dark pretty much with a feature, not closing in and realizing that the budgets kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This is actually going to happen
Yeah. And it's gonna
within my
happen
lifetime.
now. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen now because it's not that you couldn't raise the funds. Like if you really, really wanted to do that, it would just take years.
It
and
would
years
take a
and
lot
years.
longer than I wanted
Yeah.
to do that. But yeah, this is happening.
Mhm.
I just want to let everybody know, like, because we haven't really talked about this on live or in videos, but we have been working around the clock every day, trying to figure out logistics of this and what's going to happen. And there's been a lot of changes, a lot of things evolving, a lot of opportunities to capitalize on. So it just made sense not to do updates until we knew what was what, and I could get out here to Los Angeles to meet with Ben and the rest of the crew. We already met. These videos will be coming. I have a lot of content that I filmed out here. We met with Chris Haig, who is another writer,
Yeah.
award-winning writer, and we did a little interview with him. So look out for that in the future. That will be on the YouTube channel as well. And make sure you're subscribed. You guys are probably already subscribed, but if you haven't, this is where all the updates are going to be. We're going to do behind the scenes on social media along the way, every part of the way. So you guys are going to see it first. So when this film is going to be, shot, everything from production to finalization, we're going to have like a behind the scenes that you can do, but you're also going to be seeing behind the scenes on my YouTube channel as it grows. So that'll be fun before it's even released to the general public. So you'll see that before most people will see this.
Those are going to be really, really cool. I mean, they're going to be able to see all kinds of stuff as we go along too. Lens tests and makeup tests and concept art. We'll be able to share them along the way, right?
Right.
So
another
we're
good
already starting
question
with that
here.
stuff.
What about the actors had gotten involved with the movie? Well, those actors were all based on time frame, and we missed that time frame. So I can't guarantee any of those actors will still be on board, but we're still going to do a whole casting and look for whoever is best for the part. Hopefully some of those we can still have in the movie, but it's all about the story and who can play the part best. So, I was kind of bummed about that, but I've accepted, that it might not happen with who I wanted in the first place, but, we can always look forward to maybe even better actors.
So we got the question about Indy here.
Is Indy still going to be in it? Indy is still an integral part in this. Trying to figure out if he's the one that's actually going to play that. We might get a stunt dog that's very well trained, but Indy might play some of the other, the face shots and stuff.
I was just thinking that we could get him in there in the close-ups. There's going to be a German Shepherd in it.
See, here's the thing with Indy. Indy is very well behaved, but when he gets around a lot of people, he doesn't like to listen to me. He likes to play. He likes to play and not listen to me. So, I don't know if he would, come here.
Yeah.
He might be like, no, I'm having fun over here.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, obviously, everything is going to be vegan, of course. Ben and all the rest of the crew are excited about that challenge.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Ben was talking about wanting to do this on film, and I had to say, Ben, I would love to do it on film, but film's not vegan. The gelatin and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's completely fine. We're gonna use some really good cameras, and we're gonna replicate that film look because he knows what he's talking about. He showed me some shots of his other stuff of how he wants it, and that's exactly how I like these shots. We're gonna be doing like test shots and test scenes, and we're gonna be showing you guys within the next few months. I'm coming back out here in March, and we're gonna be showing you some. We're doing concept art right now, so we can show you guys." Without actually filming the movie, what we're conceptualizing in our minds,
our location,
and kind of bring it to life, so you guys can see a visual, not just hear me talk about it.
Somebody had asked about is September definite or not, and it is the last week of September. We actually one of the meetings that we were having today was with our UPM and AD, trying to figure out our schedules and our budgets, and it's a window sometime either the last week of September or first week of October, kind of how that exactly shakes out. We'll figure that out as we get closer.
Are the whole cast vegan? We don't have a finalized cast yet right now, but I would like to go that route. I mean, there's a lot of vegan actors out there that would probably be more than excited and happy to be on board with this, but I can't guarantee that, and I can't guarantee, well, a lot of the crew's not vegan either, but I will say that on set, all catering and everything we use will be vegan. They know this.
Yeah.
So if somebody's not cool with eating our catered delicious vegan food and they want McDonald's, well, then they got to go to McDonald's and do that, and they're not bringing it back on set. Everybody knows that, and I think most of them are okay with it and actually excited about it. So let's see if you also have okay, so yeah, for that perk, whatever we have that's coming out, it's got to obviously come out first before we send that perk of the script. But yes, you will receive whatever goes up. You will receive. And when the entirety is finalized, we might even send a second original script that I wrote, so you can see how it evolved and how I wrote the story and what it became in the final version. So, we're not opposed to doing that, and that's something we're still thinking about. So you might actually get 2 instead of 1. So you'll get the perk of the PDF version of the pilot,
Yeah.
and then after everything is said and done, you might get the script that I wrote originally. So you can read it all of how I visioned it and how it changed. Let's see. And if I'm missing some of these questions, I'm sorry, just type them again. And are you aware of artificial telepathy? I was just talking about that last night. But what do you mean about that? Like, what is your reference? If that's even related to this. Yeah, you really have to. I've learned and kind of grown along the journey of this that you got to be open-minded. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be scrapped and it's going to go back on your computer and nobody's ever going to see it, and you're going to be back where you started, and nothing's going to happen. And I want this to happen. I want the world to see this, and we got to start. This is the most logical thing to do. And you know what? If we can put it on film the way we envision it, anybody would be stupid not to pick this up, because you're gonna be screaming to get more.
Yeah.
I need to see more and more and more. So when this gets picked up and turned into a full series, then it could become a sequel series. Maybe even then it would be turned into a movie. We'd have proper budget to make an even better movie than we set forth to do in the first place. So this is all happening for a reason, and I'm excited. I don't think this is. Somebody asked me, "Is this a downgrade or an upgrade?" And this is an upgrade.
Upgrade.
This is the best we can do. Instead, think about that. With the money we had, and we had to spread it really thin to make an hour and 45-minute movie, we're gonna have to skimp on a few things, and it's not gonna be as quality as we would like it to be. Whereas if we can condense it down into a pilot, we can go all out and make the best pilot that we could ever make.
Yeah.
What is the film called? Well, we just went over that. I can't say the new name yet because I need to go out and buy all the domains and all that and change the name before somebody else is like, "Oh, I'm going to take that."
Yeah. So we're ironing all
we're not
that out.
saying what it's called yet, but it's one of them the same. It's the A44, the Vegan Zombie. So they're all the same, but yeah, I would love Netflix to pick it up. I would love this to be a Netflix show, and Netflix.
Dylan's on. Dylan's going to be involved in the editing. We'll have to meet with Dylan too. Hey, Dylan.
Big ticket vegan issue, honey. Is it or isn't it? Honey, not vegan. Bello likes the idea for the script perk. I do too. Oh my God, Chris, I asked you almost a year ago about being an extra. Extras are going to be the people from the Kickstarter that paid for the perks. Did I get my hair done? Kelly.
Is that Kelly?
Kelly. Kelly calls me the other day and she's like, "What freeway are you on? There's a car chase." So Kelly is my sister, and her husband is his best friend, and that's
right.
how I know him.
Yeah, small world.
Let's see. Any other questions about the film? What we're going to do here? Trying to get all these. And it's still going to be set in the fall, and there's no more beautiful place in the fall than upstate New York. Until you get into that late October, then it's going to dump snow everywhere, so we got to do it before that. Is Ben a vegan? Okay, so Ben is not a vegan. However, I took Ben, Ben was driving, but I said, "Ben, he wanted to take me to a place that was vegan friendly, but not vegan." I'm like, "Ben, let's go to here." So we went to Doomie's, and he ordered a burger, and he loved it. And he says, "I'm definitely going here again." And then we walked over to Coca-Bella, and we got some vegan ice cream.
That was like some of the best ice cream I've ever
He
had.
got the Cookie Monster, which is really photogenic.
Yeah.
It looks like Earth, and he loved that. And then today, where do we go today?
Crimsy's, and I love Cajun food.
All vegan Cajun food.
Yeah.
I've never even been there.
And being on the East Coast, it's a lot easier to find Cajun food out there, and there was like no good Cajun food here in LA. And then finally, we kept hearing about this vegan Cajun place. Went there, I loved it, loved it. And actually, I want to talk about Doomy's though, because those chili cheese fries are to die for. You guys got to try them out.
Tell him the burger. Okay, so this is crazy because the burger he got, I was like, oh man, I hope he likes it because I never tried it. And I probably never would have got it, but
yeah.
It's a thing, and I didn't know it. But
yeah, it was. They called it a bacon cheeseburger with peanut butter, and you wouldn't think that peanut butter goes good on a burger, but it goes great on a burger.
Which reminded me of when I was little. I remember seeing the Twilight Zone, the movie, and on the last episode, I believe it was, with the little kid Anthony, and anything he wished was manifested and true. Like he had his annoying sister go into the TV so she couldn't talk to him anymore. But his favorite food that he wanted, that he could just wish and have, was a hamburger with peanut butter on it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so gross, when I was a little kid. But now, the first time I hear about it again, he's eating it over here, vegan, and he says it was delicious. So I'm going to have to try that one time.
It was so good.
Next time I go to Doomy's. But I try to only go to Doomy's maybe once a year because, like, it's intense comfort food. You know, I try to eat a little healthier.
Yeah.
But I had to get him on board with that. So he's liking the vegan food that he's tried.
It's great. Yeah, actually, I mean, one of my favorite restaurants. Well, you said vegan friendly. I love it.
Elf?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, they're very vegan friendly.
Tiffany says, love that episode, one of my favorite series ever. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but I still remember. I still know the little kid's name was Anthony. It's also called. Oh, we got the artificial. I don't really know how that apply. I mean, I'm sure somehow it would apply to the movie, but I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know, the artificial telepathy.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Treat yourself. Yeah, Cocobella. Treat yourself. And I've had ramen probably 4 times. It's been raining every day almost. One day it didn't rain. Every day that I've been here, it's been raining. It's raining right now. And so we had ramen. Ramen Hood and Tatsu ramen.
That was great.
So good.
Yeah.
Eric's been vegan for almost a year. First of all, congratulations. Oh, the Trader Joe's videos. Yeah, I've been trying to edit. I've filmed so much content while I've been out here. There's so much to do out here that every day is like, I get back to the apartment and I pass out. I'm so tired. I haven't been able to edit anything. As you guys probably know that follow my channel, I haven't been able to post any videos. But I have a lot of content. So when I get back home, which I'm flying home tonight, I'll be home tomorrow, and I'm going to start working on some of this content because it's really fun and I want you guys to see it. LA and New York City are vegan meccas. That is so true. If you ask me what's my favorite vegan place, it's right here in LA.
Yeah?
I've been to a lot of different places. This is amazing. You could go to a different vegan restaurant every day and still have another one to go to and find new ones.
Yeah.
I've actually been to a couple that I've never even heard of,
There's a lot of there's a grocery store, Lawson's, that's very vegan friendly too. They make sure they label everything.
My sister says go
I
vegan.
see what
Ben.
Kelly's saying. I see you on there, Kelly.
Does Indy ever get mad at me? I don't think he gets mad. Sometimes when I'm not paying attention to him, he'll do that little sneak under my arm, so I pet him. He'll put his face right through my arm right there. And then if I go like this, he'll do it again and nudge me. I'm like, what's up? Let's go for a walk. Something like that. But I don't think he ever gets mad at me. He's a good pup. Any other questions before we log
He'll
off?
get his own dressing room.
Will he get his own what?
His own dressing room.
He probably will.
Yeah. He's going to have his whole trailer.
Andy the pup.
Have a little mini trailer.
What else can we? What else? There's so many things. We're probably missing some things. So you probably want to know about Ben. So Ben has. Just give us like. So what's the movie that you worked on recently that they would maybe know?
So the most recent film that I worked on.
Thank you, Lena.
I was the Los Angeles unit director of photography for I Feel Pretty, which is a Amy Schumer film. Just came out this past
and
summer.
we actually filmed the video at the mansion that where he mentors out of, or he's his mentor, and and they filmed that there. So I have a video coming out where we tour the mansion.
Yeah, that's pretty
I don't
cool.
think I've ever been in a mansion before, but it was pretty fun.
It was a pretty big
So
place.
it's really cool. Well, you'll see it in the video, but just like a little heads up, we go through the whole amazing mansion. My mind is blown. And then we go to the one room. He goes, now this is the scene where, this is where we filmed the Amy Schumer scene, and they had to make it look like a regular apartment. So this amazing looking mansion, we go in here and it looks like any apartment room that the cheapest apartment you could find in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't seem like it belongs in a mansion. And he's like, it was a set.
Yeah. We totally changed it over. Yeah.
That was fun. So we're excited to talk about that, and
Yeah, we are filming the movie in New York.
we will be filming in New York, which I'm excited about because I was really bummed to say that we couldn't film it in New York. We had to do it in LA, but now it's back to the original idea of filming it in upstate New York and the surrounding area.
Who's PTC?
Ben, thoughts on the best man speech? That's my brother Pat. I think we all have a copy on our phone.
I have a copy right here of that best man speech, and I always keep it with me, and I always will.
My arm was in a Smashing Pumpkins video. Oh, that's cool. Which Smashing Pumpkins video? That's cool. What else? If you guys aren't going to ask questions, we got to think of things, or we just got to log off. So, Pat, I seen some Teslas out here, and I know my brother is in love with Teslas, but
There's
out here
a
they're
ton of
everywhere.
Teslas. There's a ton of Tesla's charging stations, a lot of electric vehicles.
Do you have a favorite filmmaker or favorite film?
Well, that's
of all
actually
time?
that's a great question because
You're just
I'm pretty sure my favorite filmmaker, and it's tough to say because I have three of them that are my favorite. James Cameron is a real hero of mine who happens to actually be vegan. And he's doing Avatar 2 as a total vegan production.
He is.
As well.
He might beat me.
Yeah.
He might be the first one to have an all vegan catering. Even though I tried to do it last year, but
And I love James Cameron. He's one of my favorites.
do I want to own a Sure, why not?
Yeah.
A Tesla? Yeah.
Oh, you got somebody trying to get us to give away the plot here. We're not giving away the plot.
Yeah.
You got to wait for it to come out.
I mean, you can go to the
Nice try, though.
you can go to the Kickstarter page and you can see the basic plot. But anyway, is it going to be the same cinematographer as planned previously, the Red Dragon? No, we have a new cinematographer, and I met with him a couple days ago at Moby's restaurant. Really excited about that, and we have access to like way better cameras than what we showed in the previous video.
Way better cameras, way more support for the cameras, steady cams, movies. We actually have a full
We have
kit of filmmaking.
so
equipment.
the camera we had before was an amazing camera, and the cameras we have with the new crew is like the
Way above
upgrade,
that.
the
Way above
upgrade
that.
for that. So yeah,
You know.
we're excited.
But let me say something real quick. So it's not just the cameras; it's the lenses. It's the people behind the camera and
You're
behind the
tearing me
lenses.
apart,
and there's
Lisa.
really good people for that.
Tommy Wiseau. Yeah, Tommy Wiseau is going to be in this. He's going to play Harley.
What kind of music? Well, I don't know
What
if
kind of
we
music
give
is
it
going to
away.
be in this?
Yeah, good music. We don't want to give it away.
Well, we know from the last Kickstarter, nothing changed there as far as the music that Moby gave me rights to use some of his music. So there may or may not be something from Moby in this, because you got to remember this is going from the full-fledged feature down to a pilot. So we gotta figure that out. But the one piece of music that I wanted in the end of the other one, I showed to Ben the other day. Ben likes it, so we might still put that in. Maybe that might even be in the credits.
Yeah, it
like
could be.
I saw that in my.
Somebody was asking what my other two favorites are: Stanley Kubrick and Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle also has what I think is one of the best zombie films ever. I love 28 Days
28 Days Later.
28 Days Later is great.
So yeah, we have red cameras, but like the
Yeah, we're gonna do some camera tests. We have easy and available access to multiple red cameras, but we're gonna compare the red cameras to the Aries. So it's either gonna be Arri Alexa or Red Gemini, and we have to test the cameras and the lenses out. And we're gonna do that with makeup, makeup that's going to be on our main character, and we'll see how that kind of plays out and how that looks, and with our environments, and we'll choose the best system. We're not gonna be stuck with one thing. We're gonna do whatever is right for the look of the film and for whatever's right for the film. not just buy into one system without doing tests.
Will Dr. Gregor do a cameo? Probably not in the trailer, but when the full series comes out, he has a part, if he still wants it, in the actual, because we're taking the script that I wrote originally and we're going to break it down into the parts for the series. So yes, there will be a part for that, unless it evolves and changes again. But I would like to have him in that. Do you smoke weed? No, I'm straight edge and I've never done drugs or cigarettes or alcohol. I don't know about Ben, or if he even wants to answer that.
Who's talking about Eraserhead? Nobody mentioned
Boba
anything
Fett.
about Eraserhead.
Boba Fett. Where's Boba Fett? Just kidding. Let's see. Eraserhead. I haven't seen that in so long that I don't remember too much about it.
Well, you should watch it, actually. It's really creepy. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like a bad nightmare. They say it's corny. I don't know. It creeped me out.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead is really good too.
Are they talking about Dawn of the Dead, the remake or the original? Yeah, we'll be opening investment in about a month.
Anybody that was down to do investment before, like outside investment other than Kickstarter, we still need your help, and just come to us. We're still doing that.
Putting together a new investment packet.
We're putting together a very concise plan.
Remake, yeah. I like the remake.
Any vegan cooking videos coming up? Yes, I just did one with Mario from, I'm going to be on Roku TV with Mario, trying vegan with Mario. And he just put out a video, he just edited it. So I think I'm going to upload it on my video too. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of cooking videos in the last couple months. So right now I'm kind of stuck in showing like different what's vegan at different stores. Like I did Trader Joe's and Aldi and stuff like that. So I got a bunch more of those to put out. I really have a lot of content to put out, and as far as also, you know, making recipes. But I don't know, guys, like when I put a recipe video out, I don't really get a lot of views, so I don't really know if people really want to see those as much. So when does the filming start? Around the end of September, early October.
Yep.
That's what we're shooting for. Will it be released on Netflix? That's what we're hoping. We're making a proof of concept, a pilot, and hopefully we'll be picked up on a network like Netflix or Amazon, Hulu, something like that, or even a TV series. Who's Mario? Mario is, check my Instagram account. Do you have Instagram? Go to Instagram and you'll see Mario. Google trying vegan with Mario on Roku TV.
Somebody asked if there's going to be any BTS, and we're going to have amazing behind-the-scenes footage. Really, really detailed stuff. We'll have a great crew capturing everything, because we want to show how it's going to be a full vegan production too, you know, and it's going to be a really cool production. The way we're doing the zombies is a little bit different too. It's really a little bit of a different take, very cool. And it's a big production, you know, because we wanted to do a real film, big film. So we were able to pack that into 20 minutes, 22 minutes. And yeah, we're going to have great BTS. We'll have stills and video and interviews with all the cast and the crew. And I think we'll end up having a lot of news coverage too. We already have news outlets that want to be there for a couple days.
Ben, Tiffany wants to know what's your favorite horror film or favorite zombie film.
Okay. So favorite zombie film is 28 Days Later. Second favorite is actually The Crazies. The Crazies is very, very close to being
the remake with Timothy Olyphant.
Sorry, with Timothy Olyphant. Yeah, the remake. So those are my top two: 28 Days Later and The Crazies, the remake.
And Marmaduke is referring to the 1978 Dawn of the Dead, Romero, the Monroeville Mall.
Oh yeah.
Now that's one movie that the remake was actually really good. And we said I tried Follow Your Heart, Smoked Gouda after you watch our video, and I'm hooked. Yeah, that's a good one. Smoked Gouda.
I don't understand the what about.
What about in the horror genre in general? What do you mean?
Oh, okay. What films are my favorite in the horror genre.
Veggie Gamer.
The Descent.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's some people like slashers, some people like supernatural stuff. I really like my monsters. You know, that's why I love the zombie thing, because the zombies are like monsters. And so I love 28 Days Later. Obviously, it's my favorite zombie film, but it might be my favorite horror film too. But I also love The Descent. That would truly captured terror and claustrophobia. Also want to give a good nod to the opening scene of 28 Weeks Later. Not the rest of the film, but the
Just the first
opening
10
scene.
First 10 minutes are
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I talked about that a lot in the
Yeah.
Kickstarter, the original. Is Crystal doing the makeup? No, Crystal is not. We're gonna be doing the movie out in Syracuse. Crystal lives out here. B-rated, The Dead Pit.
Somebody asked if we like World War Z.
I do. I mean, I'm not.
Movie?
Yeah, I do. I'm not really keen on like the CGI zombies, but I really like the concept. I like it. There's a lot of unrealistic parts, but I like the idea of it and stuff.
Yeah, I loved the book. I read the book when that came
Which is a
out.
little bit different, right?
Yeah, it's actually a lot different. Yeah.
What's Ben's favorite horror film? Oh, we just said that. Ben, you kind of look like the lead singer from Breaking Benjamin. That's who it is. He's Ben. I'm just kidding.
All us Bens look alike. Yeah, I love The Village. Actually, I loved The Village.
I did too, and a lot of people was like, "I just can't believe I just wasted 2 hours of my life."
Yeah,
and I was like, "That was really cool."
Yeah,
just
I mean,
because like you're fooled, you know, like
The ending kind of like unravels for a lot of people, and I get that's where they don't like it so much, like when they get beyond the wall and stuff. But that whole scene right up to like when the creatures are reaching out for Joaquin Phoenix when he's standing on the front porch, I got goosebumps right now thinking about it because I was so into that and so involved in that. That was shot by one of my favorite cinematographers too, Roger Deakins.
Do you
Beautiful
consider the
visuals.
creatures in I Am Legend to be zombies or vampires? So that's where there's some kind of creatures like I wouldn't say they're vampires,
Yeah.
but they're definitely infected, but they're not your normal zombies. And the same for 28 Days Later. Like these are infected zombies, and I would still put them under the zombie category as a zombie film. I love it, but they're not your slow moving undead zombies. And I try to, and Ben's on board with me with this, but when I wrote the script and when we rewrote the pilot, we want this to be as realistic as possible. We want people to be like, oh man, could this really happen? Like we're using all reality and just kind of putting a little bit of sci-fi into it. But yeah, well, I don't think I should go into too much detail. You'll see.
They're trying to get
Yeah,
into the movie.
well,
Yeah,
but
no.
yeah, like
But it's funny because we were actually just talking about I Am Legend yesterday or the day before, and we were talking about like, are they zombies or are they vampires? But they are more they're infected.
Yeah,
right?
they're
They're under
infected.
the zombie umbrella.
Yeah, but contrary to me being the vegan zombie and creating the vegan zombie and zombie everything, my favorite thing is a vampire. I love vampires. I've been obsessed with vampires forever. I actually came up with the vegan vampire before I actually changed it to the vegan zombie. But zombies just work better. They're more fun for what we're doing and what I wanted to do with it. But I'm a huge vampire fan. So I definitely wouldn't call those creatures vampires. But are you and Indy still stars of the show? Well, one of us is. No, I don't think I'm the star of the show anymore.
But you're still in it.
I may still have
Yeah.
an appearance in it, but it's nowhere near what it was originally.
BFAT double.
Wait, Adrian.
Is that? Do you know who BFAT 007 is?
No, it's probably Josh though.
It's probably Josh.
It is.
Because if I could think of anyone that's named Boba Fett and
It's
it uses
Josh.
the number 7 and is asking me a question about how George Lucas shoots a
and B.
wide shot and an overshot and all he does is cut back and forth, that would be Josh.
Yeah.
And he's referencing Red Letter Media. And we're not going to get into that today, Josh. We're not going to get into the terrible, boring coverage. That's one thing that we're not doing on this film. We're committing to shots and every shot being the best shot that it can be. We're not doing regular coverage where we just set up a camera and shoot wide, medium, and close up. So thanks for getting me off on that tangent, Josh. No, we're not doing A and B shots.
Cynthia, yes. I have not. You know what? That's one movie that I never really wanted to see a human centipede. I don't know. Um,
No. Are we recasting the roles?
we're gonna have to
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
time frame didn't work, and the other actors could do it if it was done within a certain time frame, which we stated the entire Kickstarter. But that's not, I was bummed, but it's not. Who knows? Maybe when this comes out and starts to blow up, maybe we could still get some of those actors.
Um, 28 weeks later. Well, we talked about it earlier. I love the opening. The opening of 28 weeks later is awesome. The rest of the film is they don't. I don't really like.
I like to
the film.
watch that every a couple
Yeah.
times a year. I'll
Yeah,
watch
we
the
actually
first.
watched it while you were out
I'll be
there,
like,
too.
oh,
Yeah.
opening scene of 28
Yeah.
weeks later.
Oh, it's such a good.
Oh my God, in the house. I Am Legend. Like we did like little Easter eggs to that in one of the Vegan Zombie cooking videos, but nobody seemed to get it. So I don't know. Like I remember John looks over at Indy and he's like, eat your vegetables, eat them. Don't just push them around, eat them. And then he's holding a carrot like, oh, and nobody really got what we were doing. Yes, well, yeah, I did a whole bunch of cooking videos for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you can go check those out. And like, I did a whole week, like I did a different cooking video every day. But yeah, like I'm always coming up with different recipes, and there will definitely be more. And I'm also thinking about making a second cookbook and releasing it in time for
Yeah.
the sequel. So
Yeah, if
maybe
everything
there's
works
some
out right.
other Easter eggs to give away clues with, because if you guys have my original cookbook, you know that the beginning is a comic book. It tells the story of the vegan zombie, and it's not as detailed as it's grown to be now, but it does tell like the basic general idea of it. And I want to do another one which continues on that. So that would be cool too.
Do you want to kind of talk to how there will be,
The transmedia.
yeah.
So yeah, like well, without giving too much away about the pilot, we want to continue to incorporate this entire series that we're about to blow up on back and forth with the Vegan Zombie channel, which I've been doing now for almost 10 years, coming up in just a couple months.
Cool.
And so yeah, we want to give clues to what might come, and people that are really invested in the series when it comes out, they can come back to the show and like hear some of the things and just talk about it. And like, we're gonna have, like I said, all those behind the scenes, so the people that actually fall in love with the TV series, they can come back to the show to get some more. Because sometimes you watch a show and you love it and you just want more, but the show ends. You got to wait for next season for another season, and you want to know more about it, but you can't always. But now you can go to my YouTube show, you can ask questions, and I'm very personable, and we'll continue
Get
on
little
with this.
hints. Yeah.
How many episodes will be, okay, so the proof of concept will be one, there'll be 10 episodes in entirety.
Right, somewhere around there, and it's not just. So we're carrying the story forward in the series. Well, I don't know if I really should we not even give them away the plot details, how we're covering it.
Well, I kind of said something earlier, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did
think
say
we should
something.
give too much
Yeah,
away.
we shouldn't give it too much away.
But
But it's more than the original script that's being covered in the series.
there's more.
There's more.
We did this,
We're
it's
expanding
such
on
a
that
genius idea. I love it. I love
world.
it.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited.
Francie is obsessed with Eraserhead, it seems, Francie. Eraserhead video game. I want there to be a Vegan Zombie video game.
There were some couple of questions up there.
Cynthia loves my little bun. Details. Oh, do you want me to scroll up? Ben,
Yeah.
what are the next steps for planning
Okay,
the
so
shooting of the
Ashley's
series?
asking about the next steps for shooting the series. So we actually just met with our UPM and AD today to try to hammer out our schedule and finalize our budget. As of right now, we're having concept artists pull together concept art for all of our main characters and our locations. And then we'll start cranking out some speed paintings on a lot of different other areas and angles that we'll be shooting at. We'll be putting together a really expansive pitch deck to help pull in investors. and just keep the crew on board, just as a treatment to help understand the story and what we're doing and why we're doing it. So those are the next steps. So we're looking at a time frame about 8 months before 8.5 months before we go into production. A lot of work to do on that, and then we're going to take that. We'll be done in post-production within about 3 months between editing and color grading, and then doing sound mixing. Sound mixing on a horror film is going to be quite a bit, because there will be a lot of Foley work that we'll have to do, which will be a lot of fun. Those will be great behind-the-scenes videos, watching people
No, have you?
make fake sounds out of celery and watermelons and everything.
Marmaduke, that's part of the reason why that scene is so good. That song that they use there is called In a Heartbeat by In the House. Check it out. Yeah, so we'd be shooting this at the end of this year, and then we would likely, after shooting, we might have to do a second Kickstarter for post-production, if we don't get all investors up until that point, and then it would be released in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, early in 2020. A lot of people, March is a great time frame to release, horror films and things like that. So March of 2020. Morgan Freeman being weird.
Morgan Freeman is going to narrate the whole. No, I'm just kidding. Will there be any vegan recipes in the series? Well, that might be where I come in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look out for that.
Yeah, we don't want to give away too much
No.
stuff. They're asking to give away stuff.
Okay.
That's not true, is it?
Bello, that's not true. Brooklyn may have referenced that, but we're not working together any longer. So the film, it's going to be a series, so I don't know what the rating would be. It's still maybe PG-13 or R. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I doubt there's going to be any nudity.
No, there's not going to be any nudity.
None.
There's no reason for that.
I don't think Indy's going to be wearing anything except for his fur.
Well, Indy will be nude.
Oh, so
Indy
that's
will be
about it.
nude. Well, I mean, we might put a collar on him. So releasing October would be ideal, but we need to sell
Shoot it.
this series.
Right,
You know,
right.
so we're shooting it in September, early October of this year, and we need to get it done, and we need to get it out there to try to get it picked up by a network. So we'll have our premiere in about March of 2020, but then we got to sell it. Then we got to sell it to networks, get it picked up.
Veggie Gamer keeps saying that some people subscribe for the vegan recipes. So that's probably the third or fourth time I've seen you say that. So there are a plethora of vegan recipes on my channel. So you can go back and there's that's all we used to do. We have a cookbook, but my original passion was in making a movie. And that's why I made the series, because I could make my cinematic magic along with teaching people veganism. So there always will be vegan recipes, but it's time to move on to make a series, like a movie, and
Expand that world.
and continue to make recipes, but I can't make a recipe every other day or anything like that. But yeah, if you go back and look at my channel, I have several recipes, so I don't know why it keeps going back to like vegan recipes, because there's definitely vegan recipes on my channel. And like I said, I'm going to be uploading one, and probably tomorrow. I'm flying home tonight, so I don't have the time, but yeah, like I said, my friend Mario just filmed a video with me on his channel, and that's going to be on Roku TV, and he gave me the actual video clip, and we're going to upload it on my channel as well. Well, let's see. That one needs to go away. DJ Ferg needs to go away.
Well, Tiffany's asking how it would have a rating on Netflix, but I mean, even television shows just have some level of rating, whether it's TVMA or TV14.
Laura says her parents live in Cooperstown, which
Cool.
isn't that far.
No.
This is not a documentary.
No.
Although it could be. That's all the zombie
We can make a
apocalypse.
documentary about the making of.
Yeah. Did you cry knowing your
Yeah.
dream is coming to fruition? No, but I will when it happens. Because, it's still, until it happens, it's always like anything could happen. So it needs to happen. And the day that it happens, then maybe I'll cry. Vampires cry once, maybe twice in all eternity. How is Indy doing? I hope Indy's doing good. He's about 3,000 miles away right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, how's it going? We might have to change that website name. Well, we will, yeah. Is there a certain special zombie you're wanting to put in the film? No.
Are they asking because they want to be in it? Is that like a wink, wink, hint,
Oh.
hint kind of a thing? Like they want to be in it?
Yes, I believe there is still a part for John in the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Tiffany's asking how long I've been directing and involved in film. I've been officially directing for 3 years now. As long as I've been in LA, I moved to LA to direct. I lived in upstate New York before that as a director of photography, and I came out to LA to direct, and that's what I've been doing.
Tell them who you worked for and who was your mentor that you like hang out with.
Because they're asking like how I started going to art school. I got really alienated and bummed out and bored, so I dropped out of that and I just hopped into the movie industry, and I worked at a production company for a long time. Then I came out to LA to pursue directing, and I got hooked up working with this guy, Shane Hurlbut, ASC, who is the director of photography on Terminator Salvation, Need for Speed, Into the Blue. So many films. I don't even know how to. Drumline, you probably see Drumline on TV all the time. He's been a really great mentor and friend to me. So it's been incredibly educating to be in his presence and with all of his other friends that are other, Hollywood directors, and to learn from all of them. So I've learned more in the 3 years that I've been here in LA than in the previous 10 years. So I first started getting the film when I was like 15,
They keep writing the word.
Yeah.
Come on, Josh. I don't like to read. I don't like to say it, and I don't like to read it because it goes through my head. Let's see, whatever. Okay, so yeah, so Shane is your mentor, which is huge. He introduced me to Shane a couple days ago.
Yep. Yeah, you got to meet Shane. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to meet him. He goes, "This is my friend Chris." And I went to shake his hand, and he comes up and he hugs me, and I'm like, "Oh, I get a hug." And what else? Okay, so you also have some awards too, because you used to shoot in.
Yeah. I have a lot of awards from back east, a lot of advertising awards. Worked a lot in commercials. And I think that's really good because that trains you to tell as much as you can in that short amount of time. Just tell as much story, and that's what we have to do.
Do you guys
22
see?
minutes.
Move over a little bit. You see the Christmas story lamp in the background? Oh man, this is my friend's apartment. Okay, so yeah, it's coming along, and I waited till I could come out here. Did you or somebody at the door?
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like somebody's out there.
Is somebody here?
Okay. Okay, now it's just me.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Oh, we got a salesman at the door, so Chris is dealing with a salesman. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh. All right, what other questions we got going on?
Sorry, that was I don't know who that was.
I don't know either.
Get out of there.
What type of advertising? Worked for Syracuse University. Worked for worked for FedEx. Now we got people at the door still knocking.
Did you say that key?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hey.
People be trying to come up in this apartment. Zombies and stuff. I don't know. Where are we at here, guys?
Oh, wow. A lot of questions has popped up in the last couple seconds. I talked about the advertising commercials. I talked about...
What are some challenges we think? Well, there's probably going to be a lot of challenges. So far, it's been very challenging.
filmmaking is nothing but challenges. It's
Yeah.
just problem solving. The entire process is just problem solving. It's nothing but problems, and then you have to solve it. So everything's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. Actually, one of the biggest challenges with a lot of it will be at nighttime. So shifting over into the nighttime schedule, that's a big challenge.
Do you believe that weather manipulation is real? That has nothing to do with the movie, but yeah, I do. Will you go vegan? Who is that? That would be my friend Christina. She lives here. Will you go vegan? Well, who knows? You
Well,
know, like
maybe.
he's got to be on set. I'm a good influence on him because so far hanging out with me, I'm like, no, let's go here. Let's go. We went to Moby's restaurant. He got the best French toast he's ever had.
That was the best French toast.
All
That was
vegan.
incredible. And you know what? It was really lightweight too. Like usually when you eat French toast, you get really like weighted down. You want to go pass out.
It was perfect.
And it was delicious.
So far, since he's been with me, he's been eating all vegan, and he's loved everything. And he's not faking it either. He's
No.
like, this is, I'm coming back here.
Yeah. I'm probably eating a little bit too much. I need to slow down. But everyone's completely vegan during the shoot, though. Like we want to mention that.
You've been
Again,
in Strong Hearts, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love Strong
Yeah.
Hearts. I love Strong Hearts milkshakes and all the desserts that they make. All of like the muffins that they make. I used to love those desserts. The cookies and cream is my favorite in Strong Hearts.
Lacey wants to know, I wanted to donate to Kickstarter, but I couldn't at the time. Is it too late to support? It's too late to support the original Kickstarter, but we're most likely, if we don't get all of our investors by the time we shoot the movie, after we shoot the movie, we may have to do a second Kickstarter for post-production. So that's where you can come in, or you can look at, depending on how much you want to donate or invest, you can get at us there because we're going to have investment packages too.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else?
Oh, Kelly's harassing us about the big earthquake that's coming.
You know, I was just asking, actually, my friend Cesar about that because I've never felt an earthquake. And I was asking him about it, and he was telling me his experience with it out here. But also, I've been in California, and I've never experienced any sun because it rains every day.
It's been really raining this last week. What can I say?
We went to Plant Power, fast food. I went to a lot of places. I went to Bella Vita, which is an all-vegan Italian place. The Cajun place, Crimsey's, we went to today. Ramen Hood. I did not make it to Donut Friend, which I usually do. But I don't usually eat like this. When I'm home, I don't go anywhere. I just usually make my own food. So I'm going to go back to that when I get home. But I like to explore all these possibilities and do videos when I'm out here. So we're talking about a little like, vegan YouTube trip. Also the movie, how that's coming along.
How many movie extras?
Vegan tip number 1.
We don't know exactly. A couple of dozen, though.
Yeah, so we have to go over that because we have everybody that paid in the Kickstarter to be in it. So that's what we're going to use. We're likely not going to have to go to any outside extras because we have enough there to use for the 22-minute pilot.
Yeah.
Ben cannot contain his emotion. We went to Veggie Grill too. I went to Veggie Grill with Christina, and I think I got the Santa Fe. I always get the Santa Fe. And then we had pizza, tons of pizza over there. My friend makes it right out of his house. Super good. I said to him, man, you are good at this. Like, how'd you learn? Are you self-taught? He's like, actually, I learned, I got on YouTube and I found your channel and I learned from he learned from my channel. And now he is making me pizza.
Cynthia Rosa asked if I'd seen Saul. I don't think so.
Saul, like Better Call Saul? Wait, what?
I don't know. It's Solo.
Wait, where? Oh, have you seen? Oh, probably Solo. Right? Do you mean Solo?
Do they mean the Solo movie? Yeah, I saw the Solo movie. I actually thought it was a lot better than the last Star Wars film.
Did I like Fortitude Cafe when I came? I don't really. I remember what I was wearing that day, but I don't really remember. I know I didn't try the Impossible Burger, but my friends did. I guess it wasn't that memorable, but maybe it was because I was like eating really healthy and I was trying to get the best I could at the time. I have not seen that poster. Francie? What camera do we use?
We're gonna
Well, like right
use-
now and for YouTube or
Yeah.
for the movie? For the movie, we're gonna use.
For the movie, it's either going to be probably going to be a red or an airy, because those are the
Those are
best
what we
ones
have.
to use, and that's what we have easy. I mean, those are the top cameras you can use, but we don't exactly know which one yet because we want to test our looks, we want to test our lenses and our makeup that we want to do.
Oh, Solori is a film. Salo. I don't
I have
know.
not seen it.
I've never heard
I'm
of
gonna
it.
look it up right now.
For my camera that I use on my dinky little YouTube show when I'm not filming movies, it's just right now I'm looking at you guys on my iPhone, and then also I use my Canon 770D with the stock lens and then a wide lens and a 50 millimeter. Why is Boba Fett
Yeah.
not in Star Wars 7 and 8?
I'm not sure, but I wonder.
Let
if
me
we
call
have
my
any-
friend Josh. Maybe he knows.
Wonder if we have any non-Star Wars questions from Josh.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Be Fett 007.
Yeah. Okay, so any other questions here? What camera did I start with? I started with I still have it, my Sony XA10 camcorder. And I just used it like recently for a second camera. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this film's better than my 70D.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I bought this Handycam thing that I lost. I think someone stole it. And then I used the T2i was my first DSLR, and now I have the 70D. And I really need an upgrade, but you need that paper.
Yeah. Yeah. Kelly's asking if we're doing a camera video like last time, and we talked about this earlier. In a couple months, we're going to shoot camera lighting and makeup tests, so you'll get to kind of see what lenses we're trying out, what cameras we're trying out, and how we're going to light the characters with makeup. And then from that, we'll decide what camera system and lens system that we're going to use to shoot the film with. So kind of, yeah, you'll have a much more detailed and a lot more fun video of us doing that.
Will we be doing videos for the new camera and makeup crew? Yeah, I think. You
Yeah,
just
I think
answered
I
that.
just answered that. Yeah.
Which one did I like better? I like Night of the Living Dead better. Although Return of the Living Dead was more Hollywood. George Romero didn't like doing Hollywood movies because he wasn't able to do. He had to stick right to he couldn't improvise, and that's what he liked to do.
Night of the Living Dead is way better. There's way more character in that.
Well, it's also like the first of its. I mean, it brought the zombie genre how we know it as it is today. Maybe we can upgrade the lens. Well, yeah, on my camera I could totally upgrade a lens, but I could also buy, like a Sony mirrorless camera. I think that's what Craig did.
You know, honestly, those Canons have beautiful colors and beautiful, just
I do need a better lens because I got the stock lens. Everything just looks, and I usually film when I'm doing vlogs and stuff. There's no reason to do it like on manual, so it's all in auto. You know, when you're on the go like that. And we got all the way down to the end of the questions.
wow. All
Look
right.
at that. So is there anything you think that we forgot that we want to state?
Oh, we covered how we're doing a series. We covered how we're going to cover it, you know, with all the BTS that we're doing. I don't know what some of these questions are. Right. So, this is now a Star Wars discussion.
Just in case you didn't know what Boba Fett did throughout the movie, you know, we're getting clues throughout the whole thing. What? Oh. Can you say hi to my friend Janelle? Hi, Janelle.
We've gotten that animal sanctuary question a couple of times.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's our moderator.
Oh, okay.
That's Linda. Will you be filming at the? I don't know if we'll be filming at this time because we've cut the
Yeah.
scenes down drastically. But we're talking about the pilot. But for the entire series, yes, I
Yeah.
believe we will be filming at one or two of the sanctuaries.
Grindhouse. Loved it. Ton of fun.
Death Proof, Planet Terror, I like them as well.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Death Proof. I really liked it.
How will you be able to see or view the movie series? Well, it all depends how it happens, but the
Yeah.
Kickstarter people will be able to will be able to see it when
We'll
it
have
comes out.
A proper premiere.
We're gonna have a
in
premiere.
Syracuse.
But also, like let's say it gets picked up on Netflix, you watch it on Netflix. If
Mhm.
it gets picked up on Amazon, that's where you watch it. If it gets picked up on NBC or ABC, that's how you watch
Exactly.
it.
AMC.
Yeah. But right now, what we're focusing on is that pilot. That's our proof of concept. That's what we want to get. Because we might not even get a series. Somebody might see that proof of concept and say, no, I'm giving you all the money you need to make a movie and not do a series. But right what we're doing right now is that pilot. We're making that pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is your house.
I know. Zombies walking through.
Children shouldn't play with dead things. I haven't seen that. That sounds cool.
I vaguely feel like I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Unless it's made up and I'm just
Josh is texting me.
Dead Set. Yeah, I think I did see Dead Set, where they were in like kind of like a movie set and zombies broke out and they were like on a TV set or something. I think so. And Black Mirror I loved Black Mirror.
Black Mirror's really cool.
I really liked the Star Trek version, the Star Trek one.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. And yeah. Rose McGowan with her, the one leg when she had a chainsaw or something.
Yeah, that one got a lot of hype. You're right. That one kind of that one overshadowed Death Proof a lot. It was just more high octane, whereas Death Proof was smaller, more intimate.
Hold on one second. Bam, bam. All right, I'm gonna link. Hopefully that works. This is the Kickstarter. I don't know, is that not working? Am I being flagged on my own post? Anyway, if that link doesn't work, Kickstarter is, just Google the Vegan Zombie Kickstarter. I've got 2 of them. One of them was like 5 years ago for the cookbook. That's gone. And then there's this one.
Mhm.
My favorite Bruce Willis movie is The Sixth Sense. I really like that.
Die Hard 3.
The Star Trek episode is the worst episode. I didn't think so. I liked it. I really liked it. I liked a lot of them, but I especially like that one. It's just crazy. You'd be floating around in cyberspace as a made-up
Yeah.
clone, but no way to know that you were made up, which means we could be like that right now.
And they trapped him in there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that was really cool.
Can you still donate on that Kickstarter? No, you can't. It's over with. I didn't really like Unbreakable, but I want to see Glass.
I really liked Unbreakable. I haven't been hearing good things about Glass, though. I just heard some people saw it and they didn't like it.
Mm.
Accessing Netflix in other countries is an issue.
Is it?
Yeah, people in other countries. So, hopefully we would get distribution beyond just Netflix. We would actually push harder to try to get the distribution out there as opposed to just settling on Netflix.
I like the first Matrix, especially when it first came out. It was pretty unique back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Yep.
loved it.
But yeah, there's like several Black Mirror episodes that I really liked. But I'm not backing down. I really like the Star Trek one.
If you guys like The Matrix, you might like movies like Dark City or 13th Floor. They're actually, Matrix used all the sets from Dark City. They shot down in Australia, I think, on the same sets.
All right, so I think we covered it. We got the
Yeah.
writer, we got the UPM,
Writer, UPM, DP,
DP.
director, executive producer, creator. We're working on the art director, so that'll be a big update when we get the art
arts.
director.
So the next time I come out here will be March for the expo, and we're gonna meet up and
Yeah.
we're gonna hopefully have our concept art.
concept art done. Makeup, we'll do makeup tests. We'll have that all figured out.
Joni says, "Are you only doing Netflix?" No, we never said we're doing Netflix. We would like to do Netflix, but we're making this pilot, and we're gonna pitch it to whoever picks it up, basically. So we're just saying, a possibility that maybe Netflix would pick it up, but we don't know. We're not sure. That's the whole thing. We're gonna pitch it out to people. Christian Bale,
Equilibrium's really cool.
I like that too.
Equilibrium's very cool.
What did y'all think about Bird Box? I liked Bird Box. I liked it. The part with Keith Jardine.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know. They sold me on something different.
no,
No,
not
no, A Quiet
not-
Place is way better.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place is an amazing film. Yeah, Event Horizon is all that we needed from Doom.
All right, so
Cool. I think that we
Yeah,
covered
I
everything,
think we did.
right? Do we have any last questions?
this is
Randy?
it, guys, because I'm not going to see him again for a few months, a
Yeah.
couple months at least.
Yeah,
So
unless we
any-
do the webinar.
any other last questions? Get them in there. I'm flying home. I think we did what we set out to do.
Yeah.
We met the team, and we have a good idea of what we need to do, and
We have a
now
lot
we're
to
doing
do.
it, and now
Yeah.
we've relayed this message to you guys. I know it's been a long time since we did an update, so I didn't want you guys to think like, hey, what's going on with this movie and what's this update? But there's been a lot of going on behind the scenes, and I just was waiting for the right time to let everybody know. So just stick with us and trust us, and we're gonna make an awesome film.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so I guess
good.
that's it. So
Yeah.
thanks, guys. For any updates, make sure you're following my channel, The Vegan Zombie, and